Right now Nollywood fans are seriously refusing to calm down over Brian Okwara and Sonia Uch, because what started as simple admiration for their movies has now turned into a full online discussion about whether there is actually something deeper happening between them behind the scenes. And honestly, the more people watch them together, the harder it becomes for fans to ignore the strange connection they seem to have, because according to many viewers, there is a difference between actors who simply perform romantic scenes and actors who somehow make people forget they are even acting in the first place. And for many fans, Brian Okwara and Sonia Uch have already crossed that line, because every movie, every interview, and every public appearance somehow leaves people with more questions than answers. And the craziest part is that the reactions online keep getting bigger every single time these two are seen together, because now people are paying attention to details nobody used to care about before. And according to social media users, those little moments are exactly what makes this whole situation look suspicious. One of the biggest reasons fans cannot stop talking about them is because Brian Okwara's behavior around Sonia Uch seems very different from the way he behaves around other actresses, and that observation alone has completely changed the conversation online, because fans have now convinced themselves that there is something special about Sonia that naturally affects Brian whenever she is close to him. And honestly, many people did not even notice it at first until clips from interviews, movie promotions, and behind-the-scenes moments started circulating online, because once fans started comparing his energy around Sonia to his energy around others, the difference became impossible for many people to ignore, and now viewers keep saying Brian suddenly becomes softer, calmer, and unusually attentive whenever Sonia is involved, and the internet has already decided that this cannot just be random coincidence anymore. Not a thing making this whole conversation more intense is the way Sonia Uch herself reacts around Brian, because fans believe there is always this genuine excitement in her expressions whenever they interact, and according to many people, the smiles look too natural to be fake, because there is a certain comfort people notice immediately whenever they are standing close to each other. And honestly, fans especially keep talking about the eye contact, because people online are convinced that the way these two look at each other feels more personal than professional, and this is exactly why many viewers now say their chemistry is becoming dangerous, because instead of looking rehearsed, everything between them feels spontaneous, effortless and real. And once fans start believing emotions are genuine, the rumors become impossible to control. Their latest appearance together especially made things worse online, because the internet instantly exploded with reactions after clips from the event started trending, and honestly, nobody expected the attention to become this massive, but once fans started reposting screenshots and videos, the situation quickly became another Nollywood relationship investigation, because people noticed how relaxed Brian looked around Sonia, and many fans immediately started saying he looked unusually happy and comfortable in her presence. And from there the comments became completely uncontrollable, because some people even claimed they could see hidden feelings through the way Brian kept reacting to her during conversations. And although nobody truly knows what is happening privately, that has not stopped fans from creating theories, because once social media becomes emotionally invested in two celebrities, the smallest interaction suddenly becomes headline material. What makes this whole thing more interesting is that Brian Okwara has always carried himself as someone very composed, mature and private, which is why many fans were shocked seeing this more playful and emotionally open side of him whenever Sonia Uch is around, because according to viewers, there is a noticeable difference in his body language and facial expressions, and that difference is exactly what has fueled these rumors for so long, because people now believe Sonia, somehow, brings out a completely different version of Brian that fans are not used to seeing publicly, and honestly that alone has been enough to convince many people that there could actually be real emotions involved somewhere behind the scenes, because people naturally pay attention when someone's personality suddenly shifts around a particular person. Most interesting part of this entire discussion is that it was originally supposed to be just about acting, because at first fans simply appreciated how believable Brian and Sonia looked together in movies, but over time the reactions started becoming more personal, because viewers began noticing that the chemistry continued even outside movie scenes, and that was when the internet completely lost control. Because according to fans, truly great acting usually ends once the cameras stop rolling, but in Brian and Sonia's case, people believe the connection somehow continues naturally during interviews, public appearances and casual moments, And this is why so many viewers are no longer convinced it is just performance anymore, because they feel the consistency is becoming too obvious to ignore. There is also one particular thing fans keep mentioning repeatedly, and that is the way Sonia Uch smiles whenever Brian Okwara is around, because according to viewers, there is a difference between a polite celebrity smile and the kind of smile that happens naturally when someone genuinely enjoys another person's company, and many people online strongly believe Sonia falls into the second category whenever Brian is close to her, because fans say her expressions always appear more relaxed, warm and authentic around him. And honestly, these observations might sound dramatic, but social media users have already turned this into serious evidence supporting their theories, because now every tiny reaction is analyzed frame by people who desperately want confirmation that something deeper could actually exist between theme and author. Reason fans are obsessed with this pairing is because Brian and Sonia balance each other perfectly, in a way people find very attractive, because Brian brings this calm, masculine, mature energy, while Sonia carries this soft, lively, emotional presence, and together many viewers believe they naturally create the kind of romantic dynamic audiences love watching, especially in Nollywood movies, and according to fans that balance is exactly why their scenes hit differently, because neither person appears to overpower the other, instead they somehow complement each other naturally. And once viewers notice that kind of compatibility, it becomes very easy for people to start imagining something beyond acting. Social media has also played a major role in making this conversation even bigger, because every time a new clip or picture of them appears online, thousands of comments immediately follow from fans discussing hidden meanings and possible signs. And honestly, some people are now fully convinced these two are secretly in love, even without any official confirmation, because once audiences emotionally connect with a celebrity pairing, they usually begin creating their own storyline around them. And that is exactly what has happened here, because many fans now see Brian Okwara and Sonia Uch